It is time to check in with Carmi Levy. He takes care of tech every Thursday afternoon here on the show, CTV Tech Analyst. So, Carmi, I need to start with a story I just saw the other day. You know, for everything we've talked about AI, maybe this shouldn't come as a surprise at all. Turns out there is a full AI band. They're not real. The people are not real. It's all generated by AI, and it now has over 500,000 views on Spotify. Tell us what this is all about.
Yeah, they're known as the Velvet Sundown, and they're kind of like this classic rock band. It almost sounds like music that you've heard before because it's designed for that. It's designed to sound exactly like middle-of-the-road rock that doesn't offend anyone, algorithmically generated. They've been around for about a month. They have released 2 albums in that time, which is kind of amazing. Wow. And guess what? A third one is on the way.
Of course.
And of course, they don't say anything in their bio about the fact that they're AI generated, but the tells, the obvious signs are there. Their Instagram feed, every single photo is clearly AI generated. The band members do have names there for them, and they look like what a classic rock band would look like. But when you go looking for them, if you Google them or you look for them on social media, they literally don't exist outside of their band profile. So it's obvious that they were created. Also, a lot of the titles use dust and wind as both words and themes, and we know that in AI, some words are overrepresented, and dust and wind seem to show up pretty frequently. So, kind of crazy. And the fact that they're showing up on all of these user-generated playlists means that the algorithm is picking up on them, and they're getting more and more popular. About 100,000 more listeners per day at last check, and they continue to get more popular with each. What bothers me about this, Aaron, is that there's no label. In other words, they don't admit that they're AI. There's nothing on the content on Spotify that said that AI was used in the creation of this music. There is on Deezer, if you look closely for it. But this all comes down to labeling. If it is AI, I want to know about it so I can make a conscious decision. But they're passing it off as human created, and I think that's kind of dirty pool.
So now Spotify, as a policy, allows AI generated music on the site?
Yeah, they allow AI generated, and the guidance is you're kind of supposed to say that it is. You're supposed to include it in your verbiage, but they don't actively enforce it.
Okay.
And so if you decide to not say anything, if you just want to have the computer create it and then post it without saying anything, Spotify won't remove it. Other platforms might, but Spotify seems to have a very laissez-faire attitude toward it. Which makes it really easy for these things to find an audience. And quite frankly, a lot of people probably aren't even aware that this is controversial at all.
I love that they use dust and wind, as you said, as in all we are is dust in the wind, that great song. They decided that was good. And I love that, you said.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. And I love that you said they actually have names. They gave these people, these AI-generated things, names. So people, when they look it up, oh, look, Gabe Farrow and Lenny West and... It is kind of crazy, and I wonder now that it's been exposed if this changes stuff for people or not.
I hope it does, but I don't think it will.
Okay.
I think increasingly the way we listen to music, and I don't say this with any bit of happiness or joy, is that I just don't think most people care. I think when they listen to Spotify or other streaming services, it's kind of on in the background. They're really not paying attention to it. This is not, the music of our youth where, we would line up around the forum to buy concert tickets and form a relationship with the band. And I think because of that, I think we're losing something in the process. We really don't engage with artists to the same degree, and we've made it really easy for AI to infiltrate itself into the process, which is going to make it really hard. Like when your kids are deciding, hey, should we form a garage band? Would you want to be a garage band in this AI-driven world? Would you even be heard? For a lot of kids, the answer is no.
Yeah, but I didn't want to dwell on this, but I'm thinking as you said that, imagine the next part of this story is the AI, the hologram tour coming to an arena near you. They'll generate visuals of the characters. They'll be up on stage playing instruments, and they won't be real, and people will pay money to go see that. Imagine.
Oh yeah, I think that's inevitable, and certainly technology can kind of replicate that experience. But I think as many of us are artists as well. I'm not a musician, but I'm a writer and a photographer, and you kind of have to think, why do you follow certain artists? Why do you like certain music? Why do you download certain things or watch certain movies? I wouldn't want to see a movie knowing full well that the director was AI. I wouldn't have that same feeling.
Sure.
I want to go see a Denis Villeneuve film because I know him and we know his background. And it's the same thing with musicians. And I think for those of us who truly care, we'll make those conscious decisions. For the rest of us, well, music is about to become a really diluted experience for a lot of people.
Let's move on from that and talk about this other story, talking about the robots taking over. So Amazon, and I saw this as well the other day, have how many robots now pushing humans out of their jobs?
1 million robots across all of their warehouses, distribution and fulfillment centers, and that compares to about 1.5 million humans. And the numbers for robots keep going up. The numbers for humans keep going down. Right now, if you stand outside an average Amazon facility, there are 670 people working there. That number has been going down for years. Now it's at the lowest number it's been in 20 years. And the company used to, they would say robotics, we're not going to get rid of people. It's to help people do their jobs better, safer, all that good stuff. Whereas now the CEO of the company is saying the quiet part out loud, saying the company will ultimately need fewer people doing some of the jobs that are being done today. So it's pretty clear robots are coming for warehouse jobs, and Amazon is leading the way.
Let me move on to talk, but maybe this is something good. I kind of like this story. So Google is launching something called, is it Doppel?
Doppel, yeah.
And this is kind of cool, right? So this will let you actually visualize how something might look on you before you buy it, which is kind of neat, I think.
I think it is. I mean, if you think about it, if you're buying, say, paper towel on Amazon, you know what you're getting. It's a commodity, so you order it, it arrives at your house, and that's that. But one of the reasons why many of us don't buy clothes online is because it's really hard to try to buy without trying something on. Maybe it'll look really lousy on you. Maybe it just doesn't work with your skin tone or your body shape or the way you move. And so what Doppel does, it's an experimental app. Google has just released it in the US, but it will be coming to Canada as well. Is that you take a full body picture of yourself, upload it into the app, and then when you're, say, scrolling through social media or you're out and about and you see a cute outfit, you can either screen grab it or take a picture of it or save the image, and then you load it into the app as well, and it puts the clothing on you, on that photo of you, and it makes it look like it would if you were wearing it. And the cool thing is it can then generate an AI video which shows you moving in it. So, what does it look like with your hands in the pockets or as you turn around, things like that. And so it sort of takes away one of the last reasons why most of us don't buy clothes on e-commerce, because we don't have an opportunity to try it on in person. Well, now you can do it in the app, and hopefully it replicates the experience. But, of course, like walking down St. Catherine Street, right, you're a clothing store, how do you counter that? This might be something for them to pay attention to.
Yeah, or the store goes ahead and implements that system so you walk in and it can do this for you on a computer if you want to do it on your own, maybe.
Yeah, I'd be down for that, especially
cool.
if the trained staff members walk me through that process and make it fun. I would shop at stores that would offer that.
We shall see where this goes. Carmi, always appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Appreciate being here. Thanks, Aaron.